Adidas have finally decided what they're gonna do with this massive stockpile of unsold Yeezys. Tom Sachs has come out and apologized for you feeling that way. And these Nike SB Dunks bucked the trend, with prices skyrocketing right after the release. All of these stories and more in this week's Sneaker Wrap. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakernomics, and if you like this type of sneaker content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you like this video at any point, do me a favor and drop it a like. And if you want to keep up with me in real time, go and follow me on the gram. Right, so let's kick things off by talking about this week's biggest sneaker releases, and we have to start with these. Probably the biggest release this week, the Nike SB Dunk Low Jarritos. Now last week we had the skate shop raffles for this pair, and from what I understand, skate shops got very limited sizing, and I feel like once people started to get their skate shop raffle dubs and early pairs in and started making content about them and sharing their opinions on them, the hype really built up. And so demand was really high come release day on the sneakers app, where stock was also very low, something in the region of like 37 to 50,000 pairs, something like that. And because the demand was so high for the sneaker, and because everybody took L's on the sneakers app, the resale prices just exploded on May the 10th. You can actually track the data from around the 6th of May to the 10th of May, where there's quite a big difference. Prices went from around $300, $350 to now like $450, $500, which is where they are currently. Really cool shoe. I've delved into the resale market myself and copped a pair off eBay, and a lot of people are calling this one of the best SB collabs in some time, and possibly one of the contenders for SB of the year. Let me know what you guys think about that. We also had the release of the Nike Airship Every Game Pack, the UNC colorway and the Chicago colorway, and this was very popular. These sold out everywhere as well. Unsurprisingly, the quality of the materials and the nice colorways were always going to be a hit, and also the price points being significantly cheaper than Jordan 1s was always going to be an attractive proposition. So I'm certainly not surprised that these sold out. The last sale is around like $180, which means given the retail is $140, whoever's selling them for these types of prices are making chewing gum packet money. Did you guys pick up a pair of these? Let me know. We also had the New Balance Gray Day yesterday, which is New Balance's sort of version of the Sneakers Day. They take the indelibly linked gray color scheme and then just turn it into a day theme where they release some interesting sneakers. Did you guys cop anything from New Balance on Gray Day? Something interesting from this week that I saw play out online was people actually returning their Jordan 1 Spider-Mans, and I don't know if it was just the realization that they are indeed quite abominable, or maybe people were just realizing that the resale wasn't there on this particular pair and they were just sending them back. The QC from what I've seen online seems to have been okay, and so maybe you guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think it was. Was it just the lack of resale in this shoe, or do you think people actually got this shoe in hand and thought, you know what, nah. The other big release, of course, was today, the Jordan 4 Thunder. How did you guys go on these? So I was lazy with this release. I didn't go into nearly enough raffles to secure a dub. Took the L as always on the sneakers app, and so I shouldn't really be surprised that I'm stuck here with my hands in my pockets, not having a shipment of these to look forward to. A lot of people were pretty pessimistic about the resale on these, given that the shock drop and the EA and all the early type pairs weren't fetching crazy amounts on the resale market, but prices seem to have enjoyed a little bit of stimulation with this release, with a lot of people selling them for between $250, $300 odd. And so after fees and stuff, there probably is a little bit of money to be made in these sneakers, but not a great deal. Certainly not the kind of money people probably would have been expecting when the announcement of this shoe came out last year. Adidas have come out and said they plan to sell the remaining Yeezy stock, and pretty much everyone out there is thinking, finally, you have done what we all thought you were going to do. You guys remember the other options on the table were to burn them, which was just a complete non-starter. They were also thinking about donating them, and let's be honest, none of us really ever thought that was gonna happen. And so the last and most obvious option was to just sell them, and that's exactly what they have decided to do. Ye is going to be getting his 15% cut, and the inventory is going to be sold off periodically. They are going to be donating parts of the profits to to organizations and charities. There's no timetable as of yet, but a lot of speculation seems to be centering around the Pirate Black 350 as the first Yeezy sneaker we are going to see restocked. What do you guys think of this whole situation? Are you ready for a restock of all kinds of Yeezys? Or have you kind of moved on? Let me know. We've had some developments in the Tom Sachs situation. The artist has issued his first public statement since all the news came about regarding working with and for Tom inside of his studio, including allegations of harassment, unsafe, volatile working conditions, and some pretty unprofessional practices. He's also shared details of a letter that he wrote his staff back in March, expressing regrets and outlining plans to try to make the environment in his studios more safe and more convivial. And it's been a long time coming, this statement. It reads a little bit like an I'm sorry, but kind of the I'm sorry you feel that way type sorry. I am planning to do a longer length feature on this whole Tom Sachs situation, so if you are interested, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure you guys have your notifications on because you don't want to miss that banger when I drop it. But what are your guys' thoughts on this Tom Sachs situation? Let me know. Right, so let's talk about the J Balvin Jordan 3s because one of two things is going on here. Either some incredibly effective marketing or some incredibly cringe man baby action. See, we first saw the J Balvin 3s last week at the Miami Grand Prix, and a video went viral of DJ Khaled and J Balvin talking about the shoes on the grid, with Khaled pleading to Balvin to make sure that he would hook him up with a pair. Khaled then proceeded to go onto social media and continue to tag Balvin saying, listen man, I need the 3s, give me the 3s, when are you sending me the 3s? And all of this begging just became so tiresome. I mean bro, like he's already Jordan brand affiliated, he's going to be sent and seeded his pair in a matter of days. But Khaled, like the overgrown man babe, could not wait, continued to put Balvin on blast, to the point where Balvin actually showed up in the middle of a DJ Khaled golf round to give him his own personal pair off of his own feet. Now, if this isn't quite simply just trying to pacify the baby, I don't know what is. But I think the broader point could be that these two celebrities going back and forth over this shoe has created a lot of hype, a lot of attention. I mean, here I am talking about it over this collab and will no doubt help to sell the shoe when it eventually drops. This could definitely help given how J Balvin's last Jordan pretty much tanked and is probably still sitting in your local outlets. But what do you guys think of this situation? And more importantly, what do you guys think of these J Balvin 3s? I think they look really nice, probably his best shoe to date in my opinion. And as long as the retail price isn't crazy up there, I'll probably look at copying these. Right, so let's talk about some new looks. I want to start with these, the Jordan 5 Armament. Let's start with the positives. I think the shape looks good. I like how they've removed a bit of the padding around the ankle collar, which makes Jordan 5s maybe a little bit bulky, a little bit chunky, and a little bit difficult to wear with certain types of pants. I think the colorway is nice, albeit maybe a little bit too simple. You can never really go wrong with a predominantly all black upper. Got the signature burgundy touches on the little shark tooth vibes on the midsole. They've got the sailed out or the oxidized aged rubber cage and the outsole, and the same treatment on the lace lock. They're pretty nice, but I feel like they're maybe a little bit too simple. They're giving me the same kind of energy I would expect to get from like a black metallic that's been sat in the back of a damp, dusty garage or something like that. What do you guys think of these? We got some detailed looks of the Nike Alpha Force 88s in the Chicago colorway. Now, I don't know what's happened here, if this has gone from being a Billie Eilish collab back to just the original shoe it always was, but we've got detailed looks at the shoe regardless. And this is a pretty important shoe because it's one of only a few Nike models that MJ actually wore as a Bull in the NBA that weren't Jordans. And the entire collaboration with Billie Eilish didn't really make much sense to me, given that this shoe is entirely inspired by the very sneaker that MJ wore back in 1988. And it can't be denied, it's a good looking shoe in my opinion. The details look pretty nice. The quality of the materials look pretty good. What do you guys think? Drake's Nocta Nike Hotstep Air Terror surfaces in snakeskin, and mate, they can just just express ship these straight to the outlets, in my opinion. These honestly look like slightly upmarket sketches. Why is it that Drake just can't make a good Nike? Like, half the job is already done for him in that he's working with Nike. But the bro just, in my opinion anyway, can't seem to produce a good shoe. I'm not a big fan of the model. I'm not a big fan of the colorway. I'm certainly not putting these anywhere on my radar. What about you guys? There's also going to be another colorway of the Bad Bunny Campus. Now, as you guys know, I've been quite complimentary of both the Bad Bunny Campuses up until this point. I've done a couple of reviews on them. I like wearing the sneakers. I think they're very cool, but this colorway is not it for me. I don't know what it is. They're a little bit too electric, a little bit too exciting. Don't get me wrong, like, I do like blue shoes, but these to me are just a little bit abrasive. I kind of like the lighter tonal, more monochromatic type colors on his previous sneakers. These ones are just a little bit harsh for me. But I'm sure there'll be some of you out there that may well like these, and if there are, let me know. Okay, so let's chat about some of the sneakers coming out this week that you might want to keep an eye out for. On May the 15th, you've got some more Bad Bunny Forum Lows. These are called the Cangrejeros, is that right? Yeah, you guys can let me know if that's on point. Cangrejeros. And this colorway is inspired by the basketball team that Bad Bunny became a co-owner of back in 2021 from San Juan. Sneakers, really nice colorway, mostly neutral suede, and then you've got some oranges and some blues, which are obviously references to the basketball team uniform. Good looking sneaker in my opinion. Are you guys gonna be going for these? Let me know. May the 18th, you guys over there in the USA have the Jordan 3 Lucky Green, which is a woman's release. Really nice sneaker. These have already been and gone here in the UK, and we're pretty much a between the legs pass for me, but still a very nice sneaker. On May the 19th, there is the Clots Fragment collab on the Nike Dunk Low. I'm not a massive fan of these personally, so I'll be passing. And then on the 20th, you have the wider release of the Jordan 1 High Spider-Man. Yep, same shoe that a lot of you guys were returning this week. And so your chances of taking a dub on these might well have increased because of that. Another sneaker that I'll probably be passing on as well. And so it looks like a pretty light week, to be honest. A good week to be saving some money. And that's it for today's episode, guys. Thanks as always for watching. Really do appreciate your guys' support here on the channel. If you do want to support me in my content creation, you guys can always become a member of my channel. That really helps a lot. Guys can also go over and give me a follow on the gram. And if you like my short videos, I'm also active over on TikTok as well. Thanks again for taking the time to watch the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.